up underneath the no smoking sign. Sometimes I wish they'd tell me how justice got so blind. I wish they'd just leave me alone, 'cause I'm doing alright. You can take your change on down the road and leave me here with mine. 'Cause that ain't my America, that ain't this country's roots. You wanna slam old Uncle Sam, but I ain't letting you. I'm mad as hell and you know I still bleed red, white, and blue. They ain't us, that ain't my America. That ain't my America.
And good morning. This is the Tech Lunch Roundtable. We're having an early lunch here, Thursday, August 1st.
I think it's called a brunch.
Brunch, 2013. I am Jason,
I'm Mish.
and we are the Stone Mountain Consultants here. On this show, we basically talk about the tech industry news, specifically how it relates to your privacy online.
And your liberty.
We also have our topics, which this week will be about maintenance on your tech gadgets.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to go on our own rant about a couple specific news items.
Yeah.
So if you like rants, or if you want to join us in the rants, or if you tell us how wrong we are, give us a call. We're open to all sides.
Yes, even though they're maybe wrong.
Yeah. I think our phone number is 818-739-8894.
Got it again.
I do have the
Good job.
studio page up so I can read that. Our website is smc.io. Of course, that's short for Stone Mountain Consultants. So smc.io. And on the website is links to all of our social media pages, such as Google+, Facebook, Twitter, what else? YouTube. One nice thing about the YouTube page is our page allows you to subscribe to it. So then when we upload the shows to you, to YouTube, I should say,
Yes.
Which isn't done usually right away, maybe later in the day or even the next day. But once we get to that, we have to pull down, encode it, take out the commercials, because what happens is some of the commercials, some of the music we play, what YouTube does do, doo-doos?
They are doo-doo.
Obviously, for copyright infringement, they will pull your page or a video, I should say. Or it depends, even in certain countries. Like one of the songs we used to play, I think the Weird Al Yankovic songs that we played, for some reason weren't able to be played in Germany. So the videos were available on YouTube unless you were in Germany. Like the song, our intro song, which is Then Ain't My America by Leonard Skinner, that will play on YouTube, but not on a mobile device.
Figure that
and
one
that's all controlled by the copyright holder.
Or the a-holes at YouTube.
Well, this one, in this case, it is the copyright holder.
Yep.
For some reason, they don't want to play it on a mobile device.
I'm going on my own little rant on how, because I watch a lot of YouTube. So do you, but a lot of them are like video games, like they're called Let's Plays. And say they're playing like one of the latest games is it's pretty old now, is Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 3. And in the game there is a radio station, and they will play old-timey music and whatnot. They will, if that's played in the background, they will strike it for copyright violation.
Right, because a lot of people will put music behind what they're in their videos, and that will be what catches them.
Go for royalty free, baby.
So anyhow, the point is, you can join our YouTube subscription page, and then it'll email you once the video's up, and then you can listen to it at your leisure.
Mhm.
I think that was it. Oh, we also have our show notes on there as well. When you go to the site, just click on shows and then click on the respective show. For example, today, Tech Lunch Roundtable for August 1st. All of the links that we refer to, whether it's a news story or any sites that we recommend, will be on there. So, again, we're not pulling this stuff out of our butt. We're at least pulling it from other sources that may be pulling out of their butt.
Correct.
So we're referring to those. And it'll be up to you, oh, maybe you, you can decide if you want to believe it or not. But you have to question everything.
Everything. Even question the fact that you're questioning things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I guess, actually, this is a fairly big news week since last Thursday. That's our first rant. We should count our rants. There's rant number 1 about the YouTube copyright infringement stuff.
Yeah.
Anyhow, the first news story, and this actually could be, and so far is turning out to be, rather significant. So it was last Wednesday, before our radio show. Google introduced a $35 device that streams video to your TV. What it is, it's called the Chromecast, like broadcast, but Chromecast. It's a USB device. It's Wi-Fi enabled. It plugs, not USB. Actually,
HDMI.
we did talk about this, I think.
Anyhow, we did talk about it.
And I'll talk about it again. HDMI device that plugs into an HDMI port on your computer, TV.
Although probably could take, if you had to input HDMI thing, you could probably do it on your computer.
Right. Most HDMI ports on computers are outputs.
Yeah.
TV is input. So it plugs into the HDMI port in your TV, and it will stream any content that your Chrome browser will play from your computer, from a tablet. It can be an iOS tablet or a phone device, like an Apple device. So it's not locked into
Google devices.
A Google device. And it's only $35. It is still sold out at Amazon. I think saw a report, I think it was Best Buy had gotten a few hundred in, and they were sold out in 1 minute. For $35, it's almost a no-brainer. And you can play anything that Chrome will stream. So Pandora, YouTube, Google Play, Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So this actually could
revolutionize
streaming, where Apple TV and even the Roku box and stuff like that. And of course, everything has, this is, it's kind of neat, but keep in mind, it is another thing that everything is going through Google.
Yes.
Okay. Just like, yes, Google's search engine is hands down the best search engine around. It blows away all the others. But because of that,
a couple $1 billion and something. Yeah, you will.
But of course, that means everything is going through Google.
Yes,
so.
And that actually dovetails into one of the a lot of the things with the one of the news items is that there's a lot of places on the internet that actually throw right into the feds straight from their servers. So, like, anything you search on Google is immediately sent to an NSA surveillance.
Correct. That is one of our rants coming up, if you haven't heard of that yet.
Yeah. Is your analyst Jim? Mine's Bob.
Mine
takes care of me.
Mine's Candy. Yeah, baby. Another thing, T-Mobile has announced that they're going to go for $0 down for all their devices, which actually is including the iPhone 5, and it's for only $27 a month. As part of its new quote-unquote un-carrier strategy, T-Mobile announced a few days ago that it will begin a new deal for $0 down for all devices. All eligible customers can receive a phone, and this includes the iPhone 5, with no money down and pay for the device over the 24 months. So, for example, for the iPhone 5 customers, they'll be able to receive the device for free and pay an additional $27 on top of their monthly service charges for the 24 months. Before you had to, in the T-Mobile's case, you had to pay for about $146 with $21 down. And these are unlocked phones.
Which means you can go to any carrier.
Once you can, and all these new phones are like that. It was before a phone was really designed for the carrier that it was on. So, for example, the iPhone was really only designed for the AT&T network. You could unlock it and work on. I always forget. I think
T-Mobile and Rant, I believe, were the only GSM ones that are around now.
Yeah.
They got like Net 10 now too.
But now with the iPhone 5, and this is sort of what started it, of course. Very world class, not world class, but all world phone. The chip inside of it handles all carriers, CDMA, 4G, GSM, and all that stuff, HSPA plus, stuff like that.
Which is old, by the way.
Old, but faster than Verizon. Yeah. HSPA plus, which is AT&T's Band-Aid 4G network, which isn't true 4G, is actually faster than Verizon's full-blown true 4G.
Correct.
And now that I've switched from AT&T to Verizon, so I was forced to because there was no service with AT&T, Verizon blows, as the technical term.
Blows. And not in blows away everybody else. It blows as in sucks, blows, and it's awful.
Anyhow, so that's something to watch out for. I would say, and that's even a cheaper price. T-Mobile really has nothing to lose on this. They're the fourth largest carrier. In the distance between the third place and the fourth place is like a mountain. It's a big distance. So they really have nothing to lose on this. If they go down, might as well try something.
Gonna take down everybody else with us.
Yeah. I don't know if it's something. I don't think it's something Verizon and AT&T is going to follow suit because they're happy sucking all the money from you.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I believe it's break time.
We'll be right back with more news that you can view.
Email is critical for business. In fact, it's revolutionized the way we conduct business. But when it's not working or optimized, it causes major problems. Did you know that 1/3 of in-house email outages last more than 24 hours? Many businesses say sales numbers are impacted after only 1 hour without email. And today's workforces are more virtual than ever, requiring instant access to email, up-to-date calendars, contacts, and tasks from anywhere at any time. But not all email is worth your time. It's estimated that more than 80% of email is spam. So the question is, are you managing your email, or is your email managing you?
Call the Computer Tamers at 860-456-1310 or visit thecomputertamers.com.
Do you have a small business? Do you have a hobby that you want to share with others? You need your own website. It's not as complicated as you think. The website is much, much more than having a simple Facebook page. You don't own or control what you post on Facebook. Did you know that? With your own website, you control and maintain your own content. It's all yours. We here at Stone Mountain Consultants can help you from the start in creating your own space on the information superhighway. We can help you create your own domain, start up your website. We can even help you maintain it. Call Stone Mountain Consultants at 276-664-1476 or check out our website at smc.io. Again, that's 276-664-1476 or check out our website at smc.io. We'll be more than happy to help. And welcome back to Tech Lunch, Tech Brunch Roundtable. I'm Jason.
TL.
Mish is here as well, trying to figure out how to spell. This is August 1st, 2013, folks. Yeehaw, man. Yeah. Anyway, we were talking about a couple of news stories. We've already had one rant.
Ready for the second one. Here it comes.
This came out the 25th. Actually, it was last Thursday after our show. The title from CNET is what reported this. Feds tell web firms to turn over user account passwords. U.S. government has demanded that major internet companies divulge user-stored passwords, according to two industry sources familiar with these orders, which represent an escalation in surveillance techniques that have not previously been disclosed. If the government is able to determine a person's password, which is typically stored in an encrypted form, the credential could be used to log into an account to peruse confidential correspondence or even impersonate the user.
Yep, pretty much. And basically, this is a Fourth Amendment violation. And it's also, then why have all these hubbubs about, like, you know, when the government lost a laptop, they had encrypted stuff. Oh no, we have a problem. Oh.
Right. What pisses me off on this.
Pisses you off? Wow.
One thing is the government creates all these freaking laws about if you lose a database or lose a laptop in your car, oh my God, you gotta inform all the customers and we're gonna fine you. But the government behind says, hey, AOL, we need Jason Stein's password. And AOL says, no. And the government says, yes, damn it. AOL says, no, I don't think so. Government says, give it to us or we'll shut you down. AOL goes, okay, his password is government sucks.
Okay.
So that's pretty much how that works.
So
Apple, this is anything, Apple, Facebook, AOL, Verizon, AT&T, Time Warner, Comcast, Charter, any provider like that. Now, of course, you have companies like Microsoft says, will not say whether the company has received such requests from the government. But when asked whether Microsoft would divulge passwords or salts, which is how you encrypt a password, it's called salts, or not just encrypt passwords, how you do encryption.
Salt and pepper it.
Right. Or algorithms, the spokesman replied, no, we don't, and we can't see a circumstance in which we would provide it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
sure.
Microsoft is sure. Yeah, Microsoft is a bastion for.
And Google says, we take the privacy and security of our users very seriously.
Yeah, because we sell it.
Yet, they need to go to the government to request, we'd like to release some information about what information you've requested from us. Can we do that? And if we can, what information can we release about the information we gave you, the government? And the government says, I don't know. Well, let's please the people and tell them we wanted this and this, but we won't tell them about that and that. And then Microsoft releases the information, says, this is the only information that we've given the government. And when people goes, oh, okay, everything is fine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me drink some more Kool-Aid, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Okay.
Anyhow, so the article is out on our show notes. You can read about it. So this just means the government doesn't need to hack into anything, although they do.
So just tell people, give us the password.
And Microsoft,
give us their gold. I mean, it's, Microsoft did it. Why not?
And even Microsoft they haven't said this, but it's been released that Microsoft has given the government the encryption codes to get into their Skype network.
Wow.
Exactly. Let that sink in. So that's a bunch of bull
poop.
Right.
Bull plop.
To show you, so that's rant number to show you how the big and mighty have fallen. Zynga, which is the company that made Farmville and Yoville and Mafiaville or Hootville or whatever.
Restaurant City, I think.
The once popular games on Facebook, they were so big that they were, I saw a story last year or 2 years ago, they were so big, they were pulling in more data than you think even almost Google about people. Now, Zynga's future is in doubt. The latest and worst blow to Zynga came last week when the company dropped plans to pursue a license for online gambling in the United States. The potential for U.S. real money gambling had just been about the only bright spot for Zynga. Zynga has offered online gambling in the UK, but investors are clearly laser focused on the loss of the American opportunity. They lost it because, America, they have to tell you can't gamble. They have to control that.
Everything's controlled. I mean, you can't have, I just learned that, pot, I think it's called cannabis. Basically, it's weed, whatever one they call it, is actually health beneficial for, it actually will relieve muscle pain. If you take it in its oil extract format, where you basically extract out all the oil out of the plant, you dilute it with like olive oil, and then you drink a little of it, it actually will alleviate pain. So if you have like chronic back pain or chronic whatever pain, it goes away. So you actually can use your arms. So that's great. Thanks.
Right. I guess we're going on rant number 3. I think what shows the point how stupid this is the show Moonshiners.
Yes.
So I'm sitting there watching them make illegal moonshine with the camera crew there.
Yeah.
Then it switches to the sheriff
Yeah.
who's trying to pursue them. Why don't I guess they have to catch the people in the act. Oh, I'll just wait for it to come on TV and watch them make it. That's catching them in the act.
Yep, there's video archives
but
of
I thought it was illegal. What? Huh? What? But what? But aren't then the cameramen or camerawoman?
They're complicit, so they're actually violating the law too.
Aren't they like what's the word? Part of the illegal stuff.
Yep.
But why aren't they? What does that mean? If I film a murder and I'm a cameraman, I won't be associated with that? Or
I think you're thinking as if like the government. I'm not legal. I can do anything the hell I want. I heard that President Obama, when he doesn't, people will like give him briefs on like security and whatnot, what's going on in the world. He will tell them, I don't need to know about that. And the one guy's like, oh, he's so smart that he doesn't need to know this. Like, smart doesn't do diddly. I mean, you should hear these things. So our president's so smart, he doesn't have to hear what's going around the world. He must have clairvoyance.
Right. He knows it all. Interesting. Call of Duty heads to China world. But the question is, who will be the enemy?
Yeah, because in a lot of Call of Duty, it's killing Chinese people.
Right. So you're not going to kill Chinese people in China. China did make a company in China made a game called Gloria Miffin, which the enemy was to resemble U.S. soldiers. But, of course, that won't go over well for the United States. So it just raises the questions, who's going to be the bad guy? Who's going to be the bad guy?
Russians.
Oh, Russia and China are in bed with each other.
Oh, yeah. They're red.
They argue when they're awake, but they are in bed together, baby. Oh, maybe
they'll just make it a bunch of Arabs. There you go.
Maybe it'll be Antarctica.
Penguins.
Mm-hmm.
You're fighting penguins.
Yeah. All right. So the last news story is my screen just went dead. Hello.
If they were smart, they would just make it a multicultural kind of thing. You're fighting, say this evil people, but you see Chinese people, you see American faces, you see some Russians. They speak all the different languages. There you go. Some Arab in there, black people, penguins. Why not? There you go. Then there's like, we've pretty much offended everybody. There you go. Suck it.
Right. The last, I guess that's 4 rants now, right? Update this 4. Okay. Last one is the latest information released by The Guardian about the NSA watching when you go to the bathroom and when you tell folks you go to the bathroom online. It's called X-Keyscore, which is an NSA tool which collects nearly, quote unquote, nearly everything a user does on the Internet. It's a top secret NSA program, allows analysts to search with no prior authorization through vast databases containing emails, online chats, and the browsing histories of millions of individuals. They boast this training material called X-Keyscore is the widest reaching system for developing intelligence from the Internet. What's interesting is, let me try to find the exact quote here, but I think it was sometime end of last week, the NSA came out and said, trying to find it here. They came out and said that so far what's been released isn't the crown jewel of what they do.
Huh.
So what you just told me, NSA, that the information that's so far been released, it's not a big deal, it's actually worse. Oh, okay. So it's actually worse than what's being leaked. Oh, okay. Good to know there, dudes. Good to know that. So, of course, we're doing this show on Blog Talk Radio, which, of course, is through the Internet, so this can be searched and all that.
Yep.
So,
government.
The article is pretty lengthy from The Guardian.
It used to be that in this country, you were free to do pretty much anything. You could actually say anything. Anything. You could make slanderous, derogatory remarks. Somebody could sue you because you maybe said something slanderous about them, but that's how the judicial system works. And you were innocent until proven guilty. Now everybody's guilty. And I'm not saying anything more because that's you think, guilty until proven innocent. No, you're just guilty.
Right, so I suggest that everybody go to our website, click on show notes, go to the Guardian article for today and read it. It is lengthy. It's not too complicated, but it shows you examples from training slides that they do. And of course, it's CNN, it's Wikipedia, MySpace, Twitter, Facebook.
I bet they actually created an iPhone app for the login. They log in with their username and password. Doop, 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 doop. They're sitting in there while they're watching their, Dancing with the Stars. I'm like, let's look up Joe Smith. And
right.
He lives in Florida, and he is 45 years old. Okay, that's an interesting recipe. I want to save that.
Yep.
That's awesome.
All right, I guess we'll take a break, and then when we come back, we will go over our topic, which is maintenance on your technology, your gadgets. Last week we had talked about when the poop hits the fan, creating disaster recovery. Well, of course, you want to keep your devices in good working order so they would last longer. And
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Hey, Hal. How you doing, Hal?
Just what do you think you're doing, Dave?
I'm talking to you, Hal. All right, we'll be right back after these few messages.
Did you know that each year 1 in 10 laptops are lost or stolen? 1 in 4 computers suffer data loss. And 7 in 10 firms with major data loss go under. Never risk your critical data files on undependable manual backups or inferior data storage solutions. Face it, data loss is a fact of life. It's not if you're going to lose your data. It's win. Protect your business with the most secure and reliable backup solution available. The single most valuable business insurance you can buy is just a click or a phone call away. Call Stone Mountain Consultants at 276-664-1476 or check out their website at smc.io. That's smc.io.
From the first time I signed onto AOL, I'd fallen underneath your dial-up spell. You do something to me, wanna be with you always. I hope that we will never see the day a SOPA would try to change you or take you away. All the things you've shown me, you make me feel complete. Tumblr, Facebook, Vimeo, and Twitter, YouTube, Longcast, eBay, and Flickr. Don't put up a firewall when we can have it all. Say no to protect IP, you won't stop piracy. Don't put up a firewall. Don't take away my Tumblr. Please don't. You know I wanna stop infringing sites, but Congress, please don't make me give up my right to friend, reblog, and follow, upload, tweet, and post. All this in the name of property at the expense of the tech community. You're threatening our cyber security and free speech. Zynga, Mozilla, Google, and Yahoo, the coders, the bloggers, the startups, I'll get through. Don't put up a firewall when we can have it all. Say no to protect IP, you won't stop piracy. Don't put up a firewall. What is it, China? Don't treat me like a rogue-sided hurt. Don't erase me from your search. Someone could spend more time in jail than Conrad Murray for legally downloading a Michael Jackson song. Doesn't that seem Don't put up a firewall when we can have it all. Say no to protect IP, you won't stop piracy.
Do you enjoy our radio shows?
Help us stay on the air.
Right now, both Mish and Jaison pay for this show out of their own pockets.
If you would like to help bring our helpful shows, please consider donating or sponsoring us.
Help keep our internet broadcast running. Go on over to our website at www.smc.io and click the donate button or email us at help@smc.io to sponsor.
Again, that's www.smc.io.
And welcome back to the Tech Lunch Roundtable, 9:30 here on Thursday morning, first day of August, 2013. I am Jason.
I'm me still.
And we are the Stone Mountain Consultants here in southwestern VA, also known as Virginia. We are here talking about tech news. We counted 5 rants, I think, already.
Yes.
Call this the Rant Show.
It's a rant-aplex.
And our topic for this show is maintenance on your tech gadgets, not just computers.
Yep. Although we'll go over that too.
If you have any comments, if you have your own rant, feel free to call us at 818
739-8894.
There you go, 818-739-8894.
Or email.
Have we even gotten a phone call? And
Never
you're just not
gotten
paying attention?
Nope, nobody wants to call us. It's okay.
Maybe they're too worried about the NSA listening in.
This is true. After listening to us, I'm not calling us. I don't know what I'm talking. You could email us at help@smc.io.
Yes, I forgot to give that out. help@smc.io. Or you could post on our Facebook page, tweet us.
Give questions or even some show requests. Like, what do you think about that? Or, you guys do anything else but complain about the government? And we'll say, no, not really.
No.
Anyways, our topic.
So our topic is maintenance on your tech devices. We'll first go over a computer, some of just basic maintenance steps you want to kind of keep your computer up and running, as they say, not
downtown. So for your PCs or your lappy toppies, the 4 things that you need to kind of be aware of are keeping it cool, so keeping it clean inside. So like every so often you want to take it outside and blow it out and give it a little blow job, basically using compressed air, or if you have a little like air compressor, or like we got this electric, it's like a reverse vacuum, which works well because we use a lot of air because we blow it. So what you want to do is every 3-4 months you want to take out the computer, laptop or desktop, and just blow out all the crap that's in it. Because as that accumulates, it actually will cause the computer to run hotter and then slower and then blow up. Because then it has to remove that heat somehow. Second thing is keeping.
Let me add this to our webpage here. So stand by. Hang on.
Are you gonna say you got to give your computer blowjobs?
It may bring us higher in the rankings in Google.
This is true.
So what was the first step? Let's see.
Take it outside every 4 months.
Yeah. Okay.
Give it a blowjob. Yes, I know.
Derogatory
remark, but actually you are. You're blowing it and you're doing a job at it. So technically that is correct.
Top shape.
Yep. Second thing is the actual hard drive itself inside. If you have an SSD, this doesn't really impact you because you really shouldn't do this, is defragmentation and check this. And you can, defragmenting basically is organizing that hard drive, because as it uses data, it throws it around. Think of it like if anybody has in their bedroom where they're looking for that one top or that one shoe, and they're ripping through everything. They found it, and they left the stuff where it was. It's like everything's messed now. So you have to go back through and clean it up, or you won't be able to find the next thing that you lost. So you want to defrag, I would say, every month or so. It should be done often. Newer operating systems like Windows 7, Windows 8 are actually pretty decent on this. They try to do a lot of this for you. They try not to put the stuff in a bad place, but they will. It's just part and parcel of the whole computer gig, man. The other thing is the check disk. Now, this is actually part of Windows, or part of Windows 4 and Mac too. It's called something different. It's called disk clean. What is it called? drive. It's under the disk utilities. There's the verify drive. Basically, what it is, check disk basically goes to the hard drive, goes head to toe, finds all the files, finds if there's any orphan files, because this is how the hierarchy is done. There's usually an index, and it finds them. It corrects any errors. Basically, think of it like going head to toe, doing a tune-up on your car. Everything is looked at. And while it's doing that check disk, the way the hard drive works is that if there is a bad sector, which is basically a bad area, think of a pothole, if you do a check disk, it goes through and finds those bad sectors. It will actually find and actually mark that bad sector as a bad sector and stop using that area. So kind of like put a little cone around it, danger, and you start working around it. Because if you don't, data can be put there, and then all of a sudden, hey, where did my pictures go? It's gone. And my hard drive's clicking because the bad sector has now grown because you keep on using it. So using a check disk is a good idea. And, okay, that's second. Third is your antivirus and updates, your Windows or your software updates. Now, there's a caveat on this is there are a lot of updates that can screw up your computer, kind of like buyer beware, because they put these updates out sometimes too quickly, and sometimes they will cause problems. But they are good to do because they sometimes make the operating system run faster, or fixes a bug which makes or adds usability to it. So it can be a double-edged sword, but so you kind of have to be careful of it. Fourth, lastly, is your temporary files. All the files that you have on your computer that are there, you're browsing the internet, you just download some stuff. A great program to clean that up, of course you could do it yourself manually, is called ATF Cleaner. If you do a Google search for ATF Cleaner.
I'll add it to the show notes.
Yep. It's like the second one that comes up is from Major Geeks. It's the latest version, and what it does is it will clean out all the temporary. That's what it means, ATF, all temporary files cleaner. So that cleans up all that junk, all those bad cookies. The one that I like about it is that it actually gets rid of the prefetch and the Java cache. And that's where a lot of viruses, especially in the old days, and still now, because if they're Java-based viruses, they store themselves in the Java cache. So if you keep that thing clean, you're removing, I'd say, 90% of the places where a virus may be written on your computer. So that keeps it clean.
Does it clean out the Adobe Flash?
No. That's the only thing it doesn't do. Because this is an old program before Adobe became I'll say it, asswipe of a company, which was a long time ago. It doesn't do the Adobe. Maybe a new version will come out someday, or maybe I'll take it apart and make a new one that does does everything. But no, it doesn't remove that. But it does remove all of Internet Explorer, but does not do your Chrome, Firefox, Opera, or any of like Safari. So you should actually set that in your browser, not to, on exit of the browser, to erase all cache and temporary files, because that's a big thing. So that's all 4 points. Now let's do your devices. So how do you maintain the device? Oh, plus also one thing for your Macintoshes, your Apples, because you're so awesome. You have to actually back up your data and restore it every year. It has something called libraries in it. The library is basically a remembrance of everything it's ever done. Ever and everything. So this is the reason why after maybe a year, maybe 2 years, you say like, man, my Mac is slow. Why is it so slow? I mean, it's got an i5 processor, and it was like $3,000. Why is it so slow? Then you do a restore, like say your hard drive cracked out. It's so fast because these libraries are loaded automatically when you boot up the computer. So it's accessing all this stuff when it boots up and when it's doing things. So it's got to search through. This is one of the detriments of registry-less computer operating system. Now, there's advantages. Installing is just a breeze. You just run the program and it works. But when you don't have a registry where you can actually delete things and remove things and add things, these files have to be created so it knows where things are, what's been done, where the settings are, so they can create these libraries. So yeah, that's a thing. So I would recommend every year or two to restore your Apple computer. You probably should do the same with your Apple devices because they slow down too. They have the same. iOS is basically the same as OS X, and then it's just a slimmed down, baby brother kind of thing. So that's also one thing on your tablets and whatnot. You should restore once in a while. It will speed it up. Because you'll also say, hey, where did all this space come from? I put all the same stuff back on it. Because all those system files are taking up a lot of space. And on that note is that you want to back up your devices. If it's iOS, or it's an Android, or it's a Windows Phone, or if you have one of the sharply declining in price Surface, that's also one you should back them up and actually keep that backup in multiple places. Like we talked about before with the disaster recovery, you should actually have the same thing, 3, 2, 1.
Right, because right now I don't think NSA's customer service center is up and running, where if you lose your data, you can just call them and ask them for a copy of it.
This is correct, because I mean, once they get up, you just call. Hi, my serial number is 05X00195AB. Could you give me my password? And oh yeah, I meant to call last week. I'm leaving for the weekend. Would you back up my my phone so I don't lose anything?
Right, because the government just wants stuff from you. They don't care about you, as in.
Oh, that's it. You just can't insult this guy. You call him a moron, and he just sits there grinning moronily.
This is true. You have way too much fun with the waves out there. Anyway, so the...
Sure, we'll help you. Just sit down and wait for Detective Like I Give a Damn.
I've met him. Anyway, so devices, you kind of need to back up, and restoring every so often is a good idea. Now, another thing about the devices is there is a lot of data put on them that you don't want. Say you lose your phone, so you want to put a way to remote wipe or security on your devices. iPhone and iOS, also I believe even the Android has you can get an app too that actually allows you to, if you lose your phone, you can log on and say remote wipe, bye, and it wipes all the phone stuff.
Yep.
It's like Find My iPhone or Find My stupid phone. I mean my iPhone 4, which is so slow. Anyway.
Yep.
Stupid Verizon. Anyway, so other devices that, you need to maintain.
Give it! The hell with it.
The hell with that, too. Is even your console, any little device, unless it has no heat sink in it, no fan, you need to keep those clean. Like I talked about with I think it was the first one, is that they need to lose that heat. You need to clean them out regularly. So, like, if you're like Xbox 360, because those things overheat like crazy. PS3s, everything. You need to keep them clean. Other devices that you need to kind of be aware of is like your your Apple TV, your Google TV. I don't think Chromecast really counts because it's really just a single device. What else? That's all I can think of at the moment. They have a lot of security data on them that if somebody just grabbed it, they would have access to a lot of your account stuff. So, like, say your Apple TV is connected to your email, which is because your iTunes is associated with it. So somebody just grabs that button and throws it in their pocket while they're at your house, and you're like, they hook it up to their home, and they can hack it, and then they all of a sudden have your username and password for iTunes, which means they then have access to your, credit card number.
Right, and here's another rant about that since you mentioned Apple TV. So I have a second-gen Apple TV, lost the remote for it.
Oh, yes.
If you lose the remote for the Apple TV and you don't have its home sharing turned on, you're screwed. You cannot buy another remote for it. This means you can't program it. You can't use your iPhone or your iPad or even iTunes or anything to control it. Just to let you know. So I did some searching on it, and apparently, yes, I'm not the only one.
Give it! Hell with it!
That's how I feel.
And you're going straight to Chromecast.
Why not?
You're going to be like, you two-timing Apple, I'm going to Google. Because they're directly associated with the NSA. You're just loosely associated with the NSA and CIA.
Right.
And DOJ. Any other three? DOD, whatever. Actually, no. No, Google is associated with the DOD too. Yes.
Everybody's associated with that. I think Apple actually was, according to the slides, Apple didn't join that until actually only last year or maybe the year before.
Oh, you mean after Steve Jobs was dead?
Yeah. Yep. It was actually the year he died.
Hey guys, Steve is dead. We're going with the DOJ and the DOD contract. Sweet. We're gonna get some M16s. Sweet. Are they gonna have iPhones on them? Yeah.
Everybody's moving to iPhone, so yeah, I guess maybe they didn't think
My Barrett's assault rifle has apps on it. I can listen to my Twitter. I can check my Twitter while I'm sniping people. Yeah. And I can even listen to my Pandora while I'm sitting there as I have the crosshairs on my target. Thanks. Sure.
Right.
Anyway, so that's pretty much it on maintenance. I mean, also,
you're all
what
nuts.
I talk about is Chrome nuts. Wow. Is power. Maintain your power devices. So, like, everything's plugged in and whatnot. You should make sure that, like, if you have a battery backup, the battery is relatively new and been tested, or you'll have surge suppressors. Check that stuff out. Make sure that it's not something going to, if a surge occurs or if you lose power or something like that, you're going to be so screwed. So, I think that's pretty much everything I can think of.
Right. Just remember, this is how the government thinks of you.
Sure, we'll help you. Just sit down and wait for Detective Like I Give a Damn.
This is true. They don't give a damn unless you have money, which they want your money, but they'll still treat you like a piece of crap.
Let's see if this stays up on YouTube.
Yeah, we're going to be so copyright violated.
Right, since it's one of the worst ones.
Yeah, it's like all these things, like, yeah, I'm sorry, Dave. Simpson, like, give a damn. Wow. Anyways, so that's about it. Any last, you have 4 minutes to say something, Jason.
I closed the studio, so I don't have any other WAV files to play.
Nice.
MP3s. No, just
what do you think you're doing, Dave?
That's what I'm wondering, too. Dave. So obviously everything you do online is monitored, not just online, your phone conversations, so it doesn't matter where you go. And
even if you have a rotary dial phone, it's still being recorded.
And I don't know if, there are services out there that we've even talked about that encrypts, chat programs, browsing, and all that. They say they don't give the information to the NSA, but
I believe that, like I believe my new head in my head that hi.
But again, it's also reported that the government, what they do is they don't even need to have these providers give them the information.
Yep.
They
have backdoors and everything.
And they also, when these cables are laid like across the ocean, across the country, that the internet travels through, data travels through. There's two things put in, one for the NSA and one for AT&T or Verizon or whatever. So they intercept all data.
All data goes through them. It's easier when the company gives them the information. It means they don't have to work because they're lazy.
I guess the NSA workers, they don't need to go to porn sites. They get enough information during the day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh look at that. Oh yeah. Ew. Oh look at that. Ew. Oh look at that.
Yeah. It's like, hey, she's kind of cute.
No, this girl. Oh no, better. Oh no, I have a better one. No, I have a better one. Oh look at this. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That'd be like creepiest yet weirdest and yet awesomest workspace. Like, hey, check out this song. Oh, I got their entire line. And look, they're coming into town next week. How'd you know? Check their personal email. The calendar says that they're gonna be here next week. And this one has a friend in. Their brother is in the army. Okay, we'll contact him. Send them, unless he gives us free tickets, we will send him to the heart of battle. Okay, works.
Right. Now you know why you have so much spam.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's it for this week. 2 tolls on us and 2 tolls on everybody else. Once I'm looking for the ending songy thing, there it goes. Bye-bye.